Oh, yeah. Oh.
And now for you guys, because when we say pana, you say. When we say pana, you say. When you say chin. Wait, sorry. Pana. That in my mouth.
Alright, we're Gucci. Yes, we are. Alright, so I wanna
Let's a shout out to special. Right?
Yeah, we're sponsored by now, so I need sponsors to me first. I'm an N size, I'm an S, so any sponsorship comes to us at the American School of.
That's all.
Guys, new shirts.
Okay,
this one awkwardness, cringiness, because it's a good one, and I didn't do it this time.
Okay, so we're gonna see your Snapchat during the break. Okay.
You guys are.
Sientes que no tienes chocolate. Anything to Snapchat, anything.
I want to thank
I'm here today. Oh no. Les va a saludar todo Jean. Hola Jean. I mean Jim, over to Jim, guys. Digan hola. Hola. Oh, hola. But first, selfie. Who are you?
the guy that.
Eso. Aquí está el señor famoso.
Bienvenidos.
Okay.
All right. So, there's always a good side and there's always a bad side. I don't know where you're from, but most of the countries I know how to put plates in boxes when you put the plate. And somebody doesn't like lasagna nor bread salads. But here's one thing I know which is good. You guys know how to put your forks and knives. Everything else you forgot. I don't know why, but like we need to clean up. So that's.
Yes, okay. And now for our first keynote speaker, we have Khafif. She is a young woman who focuses on the importance of local and as well as local good consumption. So, yes, local consumption. She's also involved in Creando en Panama, which means that she constantly works with local entrepreneurs, with local artists and brands in order to be local products. And she has also Integrate, which is an organization that works with women in order to help them reintegrate themselves back into art. So Michelle Khafif.
Hello, hello. ¿Qué sopa, mi gente? Let's stay in English, just stay in English. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Khafif, and I am a creative professional. Now, I am not an artist, I am not a dancer, I am definitely not a singer, although all of those are also creative itself. My job is to work together with these creative professionals, help them get a structure, and help them to be able to live out of what they do, out of their talents, basically. So I know in this Panagin event that you guys have, you have been talking about big and bold ideas of how to change the world. So I'm more than happy to be able to share with you these two concepts that are literally rocking the world, the way we do business in Panama and the way we do business around the world. I am talking about capitalism and the creative industry. First of all, let's talk a little bit about capitalism in itself. So capitalism is basically that most countries have adopted nowadays. The way it works is very basic. You know, you have a company, you sell them, and you make a profit. You know, easy as that. Now, capitalism is that it enabled mass production to happen. Before mass production, and everything was very specific. It was very like measurement, which is cool, but it was not affordable. It was very expensive, so not everybody could have it. So when mass production, it created many goods and it created many options. Could afford a little bit of cool things for themselves. Here in the picture, a factory with thousands of workers creating millions of products. So yeah, capitalism did save us time and did save us money, but it took away, and now we're realizing that, it took away our humanity. Because we fresh food to eating processed food that we like very easily and very fast. We went from knowing who made our shoes and who made our clothes to not even knowing where it comes from, if the person is paid right, if the person is in right working conditions. Capitalism also created many big structures that created a very a lot of pollution and a big irreversible damage. So that is how Wi-Fi. That is how conscious being born. So in its core, conscious capitalism works the same way as capitalism. You have a goods or a service, you profit. The difference is that you do basically conscious capitalism. It's all about environment, caring about its people, caring about the community all year round. It's not about waiting for the end of a big donation to a random charity. It's as simple as the people over profit. So there has been many studies about conscious capitalism and its impact on business. One specific study that looked at 50 times for a span of 10 years. Conclusion of the study is that those companies that made it its core purpose to make people's life better grew 3 times faster than other companies. So it really does a big impact in your numbers at the end of the day. Conscious capitalism, it's growing so fast, this idea, that now there are so one of the most important ones, or at least the most known ones, is the B Corp certification that looks at everything from how you use your energy to how you treat your employees, how you pay them, to even your company. So what this certification does, when your product has a B Corp certification, it tells people, that when you buy this product, this company is actually doing something to make the world. Another interesting thing that is going on at the same time as this conscious capitalism is this very interesting rise in creative professions and the creative class. And I'm talking about not only artists, but any profession that needs creativity. solve problems, from teachers when they need to, you guys, to everything from architects, even lawyers need create their job well. But the interesting thing about us creative people is that we don't like to be bossed around, we like to be our own bosses. So now with the internet and with Facebook and with Instagram, it's very company and to connect directly with consumers. And that is doing is that it's challenging big companies and the world before. So before to this very interesting conversation of how everything is changing and creative people are cool, let me actually introduce myself. So and I was born in this beautiful country 27 years ago. My dad, he came to Panama when he was about 25. My mom, who is Panamanian, but my grandpa, my mom's dad, he's from Iran. And he flew Iran when he was 12 years old because we're Jewish and things weren't good at that time for Jewish people. He came to Panama with nothing. He would literally eat out of the streets. And today, my grandpa has become one of the most important construction developers in all of Panama. So for me, I have lived firsthand the opportunities that this amazing country has to offer. That diversity, that beauty, that warmth is what makes Panama the big pineapple. So when I was 18, I went to Austin, Texas. Has anybody here gone to Austin, Texas? Oh, wow. Yeah, keep it weird. So I went to UT Austin. I loved it. But the thing is that, I was this 19-year-old going to college, and I get to the airport and I start seeing these bumper stickers and these t-shirts that said, keep Austin weird, keep Austin weird. And I thought to myself, these gringos, these people are very weird. Nothing to get things, I don't know. Okay, let's go to Texas and see what's up. So it didn't take me a long time really to get to know the city and to actually, and I started realizing that what keep Austin weird meant was keep Austin local. Everywhere I looked, and I realized that what made this city very unique and very different was the fact that it was full of independent local brands, independent commerce. So Austin it had Whataburger, and it was way better, and it was way. It didn't have AMC Cinema, it had the Alamo Draft House, and you can. It didn't have Starbucks, thank God. I don't like Starbucks. It has Austin Java with real often. Para gusto los colores, what we say. It didn't have Blockbuster, it had iHeartBeat. The interesting thing about all of these brands is that this sense of community and this sense of belonging. From Panama, you could be from Italy, you could be from another part of Texas, but we were all from Austin and we were weird, together. So after I graduated, I went to work in New York for a company called Play Big Inc. And it was just how it sounds, we played big. My job was to sit down with CEOs of companies like Nestle or Energizer and explain to them how the world was changing, how the trends were changing, how the new consumer would think and how they wanted to buy. And this was because these big companies, no matter how old they were, they had to make decision changes because if not, they were literally going to disappear. Like the best example there is about this change that is like it started a couple of years ago, but it's still going on strong, is Netflix and Blockbuster. Many of you do know Blockbuster because I know you guys. Oh, I'm not that old. I feel good. But I'm like, I was like, when I asked that question, like, raise your hand. But yeah, Blockbuster was all over the place. I would travel everywhere. It was big, it was huge. And Netflix came, it took them like a couple of years, a couple of months, and boom, yeah, you don't see Blockbuster. This is a reality all over the world, but in Panama, it's slower, but we know this is going to happen. Big companies are changing and adapting to the new consumer mindset. New York wasn't my dream job. I loved it, the city of my dreams, missing in my heart. And I just realized that I wanted to be in Panama, the country where I'm from. And whenever I went to Facebook or to Instagram, I would see my friends, activity, and all this art going on that there wasn't that much art before in Panama. I started wondering, what does it mean? And, like trying to find myself, and while I wondered, I started realizing we were colonized by Spanish. We were Americanized until 2000. So 14, 15 years old, we were a very, very young nation. So I was realizing this, and at the same time, I will see people that themselves the same question, people my age, products and creating identity. So that's when everything connects in my head. Like I remember my experience and what I did is that I opened this corner inside a gift shop with 15 local brands. Most of them were only a couple of months old, barely. We had everything from chocolate to handmade film. We had ads, we had stickers, a little bit of everything. It was literally you could find local independent brands under one roof. 6 months passed, and in this time I realized I was shocked. Like people would come, they would come down, walk into a gift shop with their phone out with a picture of our Instagram of exactly what. So with this little corner, I started realizing, hey, there might be a business. So fast forward to today, these are my two companies. The first one came from being that corner to being my own personal brand. Like I said at the beginning, I am an advisor, a consultant to creative people. I help them get basically like everything together. I help them get a structure, make a plan, so they can live out of their talent. And my other business, Super Mini Diablo Rosso, is a store that I started 3 years ago with a gift shop. I have this store with 5 different partners. Each of them are creative professionals themselves. It went from having 20 local brands to more than 100 brands nowadays. And we have organically display, the official display of national talent, with more than 1 growing. So both of these companies, they fall into the conscious capitalism idea. I am a social entrepreneur, and especially with Super Mini Diablo Rosso, we do a lot of work with identity, and we do a lot of work with local consumption, like promoting the local consumption and promoting people to create. So this is our campaign that we launched about 5 reasons of why you. And we also launched a hashtag Lo Cool es Lo. It's beginning. Everybody used them. Like we have 1,000 of posts for people they share their love for Panama, and they share the national talent and artists. It's very, very exciting. So the 5 reasons we should all consume local are reason number 1, country character, and it gives our country identity. That we really need, because we are everywhere, like I explained my stuff all around the world. So what are we really, identity? And what better way to show the world cierto orgullo than, wearing your shirt that says I like Raspado instead of Gucci. Yeah. Good quality also, good quality. So reason number 2, you know where the product comes from and you know who created it. There are humans behind this, not machines. I was outside in the cafeteria this afternoon and I told people, you see this? Like, this has love in it, like it's made by hand, like you can feel that energy. And you know that the money goes directly to people who are creating their lives honestly. Reason number 3, you help make the economy stronger, because every time you buy something that is you buy a foreign brand, 60 cents, and everybody write that down, 60 cents leave this country. And right now, yeah, Panama, economic boom and all of that, but that won't last for long. So we need to think when we do it. The reason number 4 is that it's good for the environment, it's less transport, it's less chemicals, it's less materials. And the last reason is that you promote the entrepreneurship, which is always a good thing for the economy. So for these last minutes I have with you guys a little bit about this very interesting and very amazing project that I had the pleasure to work with. It's called Integrarte. Integrarte is a collective brand owned by the Ministry of Government that basically enables inmates, people behind the bars, to create products inside of the workshops that are in the different jails and to sell them directly to the consumers. The objective of Integrarte, like the name says, is to integrate these people that are behind bars to society through these new skills when they get out, because they are skills that they can use when they go out to create products and sell them. And at the same time, to integrate society to this project through the act of buying these products. Because buying is something that we do every day. Every day we buy stuff. Every day we take money out of our pockets and we buy something. So when you buy something from Integrarte, you read the story and you actually connect, and you actually know that your money will impact. So when I first got into Integrarte, I had to do a lot of research. Like I had to read a lot, I had to understand what was going on, all of that to do my work well. So I realized many things. And the first thing that I realized is that it's very easy to point your finger white and think that because you're in jail, you're a bad person and you did something wrong. But as I read, I started realizing this is not really true. So I brought some stats that we just want to share with you, better understanding of what's going on behind Integrarte and how it started. The stat is about moms, it's about the, and 81% of the women have a child. And the stories were always, my child was dying, my child was sick, my child was hungry, this drug only worked. So it made me think, and I hope, what would you do if you were that person? Like without opportunities, what would you have done? The second stat, even more shocking, is that inmates, everybody that is in jail, boys and girls, 6 the trial. So many of them might not, and that is the fault of those people. This last stats, it talks about the, and 41% before jail they were housewives, and 59% they had independent jobs like street vendors or fondas. So when people think that Integrarte is for these people, it really isn't. It really is their first opportunity to actually make something of themselves. So the first thing that I had to do, because I was hired to create the concept, to create the communication strategy, and to create its launch, was to create the actual concept. So for this, I sat down with I talked to them, and I asked them about their life in jail and about Integrarte and what it made in their lives. And always the same thing, always like the same conversation. Whenever this woman walked into the, they felt free in their heads, in their minds. So that is how Taller de Libertad, or Atelier of Freedom, was born, basically. So the second step was to create the actual campaign. So I started thinking, and I realized that the core of Integrarte is creativity, the most primitive human thing that we have, to be creative, to figure out things. So I thought to myself, what better way of creating a campaign than uniting the best creative team that, so we had Ricardo Canino, that is here present, Mr. Canino, very, very, woo, yeah, give it up. We had the Gogo team that they have a digital magazine, and they help us with getting people to know about this, communicating everything that was going backstage. We had Guillermo. I'm gonna believe I forget his last name. Well, Guillermo Montiel. He's the best stylist that there is in Panama. Georges Don, amazing French photographer. We had Chos, that is an amazing graphic designer. Estuardo Marroquin, the best hairstylist and makeup stylist in all of Panama. And this talented, they were all also kind, and they were also had a light in their heart. And those were very important for me to be able to share and communicate the real purpose behind Integrarte. It's a freedom that is not, it's not physical, but it's a freedom that is in your head. It's a be achieved through the act of imagination and through the act of creating. So these are some of the pictures backstage of, here the team is added. Down here you can see the girls from jail, they were helping also. They actually learned how to do blower and how to do all of that, to share the skills. You see Guille doing, and it was a very happy day for all of us. Like these girls, they never get to wear makeup, they never get to look good. There was a really beautiful vibe, because even though it was a normal commercial campaign, I knew that they, so we even had from El Mercadito Biológico, so these people, they had a great time, and they really had a great time that day. And I also, there was an actual bond from the team and the people that we were taking this specific picture. I took it from my phone. Photographer fixing the girl's hair, but you can see there's something there, something, you forget where you're from, you forget, everything, and we're humans at the end of the day. So so these are the final pictures. These people, they create the dress, that big, beautiful Moses. All of that was created in jail. And the models were also the girls from jail, of course. And if you see, this is like, put their clothes. This is the bunk beds. This is actually one of my favorite things. Very sassy woman. She's like, yeah. And this picture, I love it because this campaign, like you see ads all the time. You see advertising actually makes you look twice, because at first it looks like, oh, a normal girl with a beautiful dress, but then you see the cops and then you see the jail and you want to. So the actual launch, we did it in Fashion Week. We made a catwalk in the middle of Fashion Week. Everybody was looking at it. We were covered by all the media in Panama. The girls were super happy to be there. And Integrarte right now, they're getting ready to roll down to get their products out for you guys to be able to buy it and actually make an impact. But right now, they're working on very specific projects. First, they worked with Maito, and they made the uniforms for Maito, that is one of the best restaurants in Panama. And for the 3rd of November of last year, they created the dresses that the vice ministers wore to the parade. So Arte is the best example of how creativity can change society, how creativity can change the world, and how it can be profitable at the same time. So to finish, I was thinking, like, I wanted to leave you guys with some message, something that I would have loved for someone to tell me when I was in school. And all I have to say is this: take your pleasure seriously. Whatever you love what to do, whatever cuts your eye, whatever gets your heart beating, take it seriously. Put an economic model into it. Come talk to me, I will help you. But really, 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 you can really live out of your talent. You can live really out of your ideas. That's what I want you guys to do with your work. Like, do what you love. And from now on, I hope you take your pleasure seriously.